So if you recall this thing once again, right? To the power 0, 1, 4, 8, 16 and 32, 64 and 28. Where we are getting 32? To the power 5. So this to the power 5, this 5 is number of the bits in host site. If I have 5 number of the bits in the host site, then how many bits we have into the network site? 27. Total is 32, right? Total is 32. IP address is what? IP address is 32-bit decimal number. So total is 32. So out of this 32, I am saying 5 bits in host. Then how many bits in the network side? 27, right? This 27. What was? If you remember, what is this? What does it tell? Number of the bits into the network side, and this is also saying number of the bits into the network side. So I can write 27 there. Here I can write slash 27. Clear, right? Not clear. Everywhere we need to write the slash 27 by because the difference is 32. Difference is 30 means to the power 5. That 5 represents number of the bits into the host side. If 5 bits into the host side, then 27 bits will be into the network side because total is 32. If 5 bits going to the host side, then 27 bits into the network side. So if you that IP address is what? 16.20.20.0/24. Let's write this into the bit format, right? So, and what is the subnet mask for this? 255.255.255.0. If you write this thing 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 0. 8 times 0. Right? Correct? 8 is here. 8 is here. 8 is here. And 8 is here. When we do the subnetting, we got that to the power 5 means 32. This represents the number of the in host. This is the host. Total how much we have? 8. 1 is less, right? Now it's completed. So that means this 5. This 5 gone here. This 3 will go into the network side. 3. This is total 24 plus 3, 20. Right? So with the help of this, we can design this network. If that is clear, then let's come here. Then what I will do, I will pick one IP address and assign it here. So let's remove it. Not required to remove for you guys. I don't have space here, so that is why I'm doing. So what now? What is the first pool? What is the first 32 IP address? 16.20.20.0/27. What is the next pool IP address? 16.20.20.32/27. starting IP address, right? The next pool 16.20.20.64/27, 16.20.20.96/27. Next IP address here 16.20.20.128/27. Next IP 16.20.20.192/27. No, sorry. 128. Okay. Here is that, right? So this is 160. Then 192/27. Then 224/27. Right? We can achieve this. Now, if you remember the first statement, we are doing the subnetting from host point of view. Right? This is the first way, right? Doing the subnetting from host point of view. So let's understand that. In case of subnetting from host point of view, what we do? We pick the site where we have the maximum number of the hosts. We pick that site where we have the maximum number of the hosts. And if you see this diagram, where we have the maximum number of the hosts, branch 2, branch 1 I have 20, branch 2 I have 30, branch 3 I have 10, branch 4 I have 24. And in between this remote branch offices here, I need one IP address here and one IP address here. That is 2 IP address. And there I need 20, here 30, branch 2 30, branch 3 20, branch 4 24. So subnetting from host point of view, we have to pick a site where we have the maximum number of the hosts. So the branch 2 is the site where we have the maximum number of the host requirement. So branch 2. Here I need the 30 hosts. In that I have user devices, I have printer, I have server, and I have the fingerprint scanner, right? Other devices as well. When we do the subnetting from host point of view, we always add +2 into that. So when we do the subnetting from host point of view, we'll add 30 and we'll always add +2 into that. Why we add this thing? Why? Because in each subnet, the first IP address is network address. And last IP address broadcast IP address. And these two IP addresses cannot be assigned anywhere, right? So let's suppose we are not adding. Let's remove it. You are going with 30. In 30, the first IP address is the network address, last IP is broadcast IP address, and these two IP addresses cannot be assigned. Right? So that means 2 IP addresses gone. So 28. But what is the requirement? 30. Right? That is why we add +2 where we have the maximum number of the hosts. Why we add? Why? Because the first IP address is the network address, second IP address, last IP address is the broadcast IP address. So if I pick the first subnet, 16.20.20.0 1 2 3 31. So in that, this IP address is the network address, means first address, and this IP address is your last IP address, means broadcast IP address. These two IP addresses cannot be assigned. Then the valid IP addresses start from 1 to 30. These are the valid IP address that you can assign to your edge devices: printer, laptop, desktop, scanner, right, server. So these are the valid IP address. Valid IP address, and how much we have? 32. Sorry, 30. Starting from 1 to, it is going to be 30. The first IP address is the network address, last IP is the broadcast IP address, and this is universal true for each subnet. It's not for this subnet. What is the next subnet? What is the next pool? 16.20.20.32/27. It will go 33, 34, 35 till 63. So this IP address is the first IP address, means network address. Then 16.20.20.62. This is the last IP address in that pool, and this IP address is the last IP address, means broadcast IP address. And this IP address cannot be assigned. Another scenario: if you go with the lower number, let's suppose in our example, the lower number is 10, which is at the branch 3. At the branch 3, I have 10. If you go with the lower number, so what is the solution for that? We can add +2, right? Why we are adding? Because the first IP address is the network address and last is the broadcast IP address. That these two IP address cannot be assigned, right? Now, if you do the subnetting from this point of view, what is going to happen? Will you achieve the 30? No. Why? Let's consider. I need the total 12 host. So 2 to the power 0, 2 to the power 1, 2 to the power 2, 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 4. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. So 12 is between 8 and 16. So lower we cannot take it. Always we have to go with the higher value. So that means 2 to the power 4. 4 is the number of the bits into the host side. If 4 bits into the host side, then how many bits into network side? 32 minus 4, how much? 28, na? 28. If you do the subnetting, if you write something like this: 16.20.20.0/28/28/28/28/28. How many IP addresses we have here? 16. That is the maximum. But what is the maximum IP address into design network? 32. 30. With the help of the subnetting, we are getting 16. But the number of the host IP address at the branch to 30. This is not going to help us. So when we do the subnetting from host point of view, we always consider the highest number of the host that particular site. The site where we have the highest number of the IP address, and we add +2 into that. Why we add +2? Why? Because the first address is network address, last address is broadcast address. So the subnetting which we have done, let's understand from the different point of view. So let's come here. Right? Now, okay, let's remove it. right? So subnetting from host point of view, we have to consider a site where we have the maximum host. That is the branch 2, and branch 2 I have total 30. We have to add 2 to get the actual IP address. Why? Because the first IP address is network address, last is the broadcast IP address. These 2 IP address cannot be assigned anywhere, right? So total we need 32. Now, if you come to the table, 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So this is to the power 5, to the power 4, to the power 3, to the power 2, to the power 1, to the power 0. If I write this thing into the binary format, it is to the power 5. And this 5 represents number of the bits in host. If 5 bits in the host side, then how many bits into the network side? 27, right? That means this is the number of the bits into the network side, and the actual IP address, if I write actual 16.20.20.0/24, this is what? This is also number of the bits in the host side, sorry, network side, and this is also number of the bits into the network side. So after subnetting, I don't have to write /24. I have to write /27. Correct? Subnetting is clear, right?